morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect.
السلام عليكم جميعا، معكم أخوكم عمر. اليوم بدي أكمل معكم هوجورتس ليجاسي. طبعا اللي ما شاهد الفيديو الماضي هاي اللينك تبعه تحت في الديسكريبشن. ما تنسوني من الدعم، ما تنسوا الصلاة على النبي. خلينا نكمل اللعبة. طبعا يا اخوان هنا وصلنا للمكان تبعنا احنا حاليا بالصف تبع الأستاذ فج. طبعا الهدف تبعنا القادم ايش راح يكون حقيقة لا اعلم. خلينا نشوف ايش راح يكون الهدف تبعنا يعني.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
اوكي فهسه لازم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
وانا شغال عندكم اروح هون وهون وهون. خلينا شوي شوي حلوين. خريطة العالم اوكي هيها وادي هوجورتس، منطقة هوجورتس الجنوبية، وادي هوكسميد، الغابة المحرمة اللي فوربيدن فورست، منطقة هوجورتس الشمالية. اوكي القرى هي مجتمعات صغيرة في مختلف أرجاء العالم. واو معنا حاليا. خلينا نروح على الهدف اللي هو ايوه بالاصفر، صف علم الأعشاب السحرية. اوكي طبعا يا اخوان هينا وصلنا على الهدف تبعنا. البيوت الزجاجية كله أعشاب. اوكي
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
يا الأستاذ ثوما.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
اوكي لازم اكبس سبيس.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil!
شوي زي اللفت هاي ولا شبه.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
الماندريك اسمه
Reparo!
هي بسيطة.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Splendid, yeah.
Now for our next task,
والله
we'll be
بسيطة.
planting dittany at our potting table.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
هو أنا نفس الشيء.
I'll say. I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy
Okay.
or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital
lovely.
ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
9 دقايق بدي استنى 10 بالاصل يعني. اوكي.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, Professor.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you.
Ah.
I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
مالك مستحي.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
اوكي. هيني باخذ ملفوف مهاجمة الدمية المستهدفة بالملفوف. حلو.
Look
اه
at that.
اوكي.
That'll chomp on anything
اكبس
to get
تاب
their
يعني.
mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back
محترم.
in
والله
class.
انه محترم.
We should always wear our dragonhide gloves. I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Yes.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
ان شاء الله يا ستي. ولا كلك هم. حبيبتي. طبعا يا اخوان بشكركم جدا على الدعم
Shouldn't there be
تبعكم.
auras or someone from the ministry
طبعا
guiding the
انا
school after the incident in
اليوتيوب فاهم
Hogsmeade?
الموضوع خطأ، يعني مش عارف كيف فهم الموضوع عندي انا خطأ، بس بدل ما اروح ازيد المشتركين قاعدين يقولوا هاي واحد اثنين، المحتوى تبعي انا اللي عامله بيدي هذول شايفينهم، فالمونيتايزيشن او بمعنى التمويل يعني على اليوتيوب مش راضي يتفعل عندي اني اكسب من اليوتيوب، فاللي بعرف حل المشكلة يا ريت تكتب لي تحت في التعليقات عشان والله خلاص يعني تعبت، فان شاء الله خير. خلينا نكمل.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Okay.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Okay,
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Okay. حاسس حالي زي توم وجيري. اوكي. الشيف خميس يا معلم.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay, Professor.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Professor Sharp said that Wigan-Weld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Okay.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
Okay.
I wish you did a fine job brewing your first Wigan-Weld potion. But there are many.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
أكيد.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
اوكي راح اجيب لك الريشة. ولا كلها كم يا معلم. احلى ريشة لعيونك حلوين. اوكي 1875 هي السنة الماضية كانت. اوكي انا ما عنديش طولة بال اني اقرأها، فانتوا اقرأوها بالفيديو وقفوه كذا. It's up to you يعني. اوكي هي الريشة.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Here's the Fupa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Hogurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
اوكي يا سيدي. احكي لي الله يعطيني العافية، احكي لي أي شيء.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate
هون
loss of
بعمل
your
علاج
eyebrows.
بس عصير هورت بلان مش معاي. بيض أفاعل أشويندر كنا بيض أفاعل شيء. اوكي هات اعمل. اوكي النتيجة 1 زجاجة.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd.
خليها
What's
بتغلي
happening?
قاعدة. استنى شوي.
Wait, it's not supposed to.
فقعت فيه. أيوة.
Dragon Dung! What happened?
ايش صار يا أخي؟
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just...
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
لا أستطيع أن أطبخ.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
That will be all.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
خلاص انتهى.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
والله يا اخواني. خلينا نروح على المهمة اللي بعدها. انا انعجبت. طبعا يا اخوان زي ما انتم شايفين الهدف تبعنا اخر اشي اللي هي مقابلة ناتي اوناي. هاي السمرة ما غيرها. نروح نشوفها بس المسافة كثير بعيدة، فان شاء الله لما اوصل بكمل لكم. طبعا يا اخوان يعني اذا مفيهاش مانع انه تشيروا الفيديوهات، تشيروا قناتي، تساعدوني يعني اي اشي. تفهمين علي كيف؟ يعني عدم مؤاخذة ما عنديش لا مشاهدات كثيرة ولا دعم كثير ولا يعني فكرت وجه شاشة. المهم يا اخوان يعني ادعموا، اعملوا اشي. انا بقدر وجودكم، يعني الدعم تبعكم يعني انه كمشاهدات كلايكات كتعليقات شيء كثير مناسب وجيد. انا مش قال انه سيء، بس يا اخوان بدي اياكم تكثفوا هاي الشغلة اذا ما فيهاش مانع طبعا، عشان اصير اقدم لكم يعني العاب كثيرة. طبعا وما تنسوا انه يوم الاربعاء او يوم الثلاثاء او يوم الاثنين هو نوز يعني ما لا اعلم، واحد من هذول الايام انا راح انشر لكم فيديو للعبة وورد وور زي، بكون بلعبها انا وصديقي ان شاء الله، وراح انشر الفيديو لكم. تمام، فلما انشر الفيديو هذا لكم يعني انا متاكد انه راح يعجبكم، عشان الفيديو ما راح يكون قصه او اشي زي هيك، لا راح يكون كوميدي يعني ميم زي ما بيحكوها، وهي وصلنا للهدف تبعنا. طبعا هذا الكلام
It is good to see you, my friend.
كلامنا الثاني كل شيء. يلا.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
all the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Off on another...
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way! Think!
Oh, okay.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You're gonna regret.
Take her!
أيوة.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll hate this! You'll get up on my dead body!
Not today!
Come on, too afraid to fight back?
No way، ما راح تقتلوني يعني، عدم مؤاخذة، مين انتوا باقيين؟ يعني احترموها
What on
قدمكم.
earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
واحد يلا اهدي.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Yes.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Oppa.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
Okay, shukran.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
آسف.
Revelio.
اوكي هاي بدها اوكي.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
عمي ذكاء. استنى شوي في كمان حيوان. اوكي.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
يعني لغز؟ Wait.
Incendio.
اوكي عملتها. إنديانا جونز علمتني كثير.
Yes, how beautiful!
أيوة. مين هذا؟ دبلدور هذا ولا مين؟
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
اوكي هيك يا اخوان بكون انا نهيت الفيديو تاع اليوم. بتمنى انه يكون نال اعجابكم. بالاضافه لذلك يا اخوان اكتبوا لي تحت في التعليقات هل يوجد اي ملاحظات بالفيديوهات اللي انا بعملها. انا والله يا اخوان بحاول قدر الامكان اني اقدم لكم محتوى حلو ونظيف، بالاضافه لذلك جميل ينال اعجابكم يعني. فيا اخوان ادعموني، وهي القناه تبعتي عندكم، اعملوا لها شير، لايكات، تعليقات، اشتراكات، whatever you want يعني. شكرا لكم، ان شاء الله بلقاكم فيديو اخر. السلام عليكم.